Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to share with you some of the most remarkable highlights from 2025. Today, we'll be exploring the incredible achievements in the art world, including who took home the Turner Prize this year, and what made their wins so historic. We'll also touch on a notable award in animal welfare. So, let's dive in and discover what made 2025 a standout year. Let's take a closer look at some of the recent notable achievements and honors. First, the Global Animal Welfare Award is presented by the Global Humane Society, an organization dedicated to promoting animal welfare worldwide. This highlights the importance of recognizing efforts to improve the lives of animals on a global scale. Moving on, in the realm of sports, Lionel Messi, one of the greatest footballers of all time, was honored in India with a giant statue. This is a significant recognition, not just for Messi's achievements, but also for how sports figures can inspire communities. Speaking of the statue, it stands an impressive 70 feet tall, making it a remarkable landmark. The statue was constructed using iron, a durable material that ensures its longevity and strength. It was officially unveiled in Kolkata, a city known for its rich cultural heritage, adding a special touch to this tribute. Finally, in the field of energy conservation, Andhra Pradesh has once again demonstrated its commitment by winning the National Energy Conservation Award for the fourth consecutive time. This consistent recognition underscores the state's ongoing efforts to promote sustainable energy practices. All these points tie into our overall theme of celebrating excellence and commitment in various fields, whether in animal welfare, sports, or sustainable development. On this slide, we're looking at some key highlights from the recent National Energy Conservation Day in 2025. First, let's talk about the award ceremony. Draupadi Murmu, the president, had the honor of recognizing and congratulating the winners of the National Energy Conservation Awards. This highlights the importance of energy conservation at the highest levels of leadership. Next, a very exciting development was the introduction of a new category during the event, specifically for social media influencers and content creators. This move aims to leverage digital platforms to spread awareness and encourage energy-saving habits among a broader audience. Moving on, we see a quick fact about health. Vitamin K, it's the vitamin that plays a crucial role in helping our blood to clot properly. Simple but essential information, especially relevant in healthcare and nutrition discussions. We also touched on a historical point, the start of the Swadeshi movement, which began in 1905. This was a significant movement advocating for Indian self-reliance and boycotting British goods, emphasizing independence and national pride. Finally, the overarching theme of the 2025 Energy Conservation Day was promoting sustainability. Every watt counts. This theme underscores the importance of every bit of energy we save, reinforcing the idea that small actions collectively make a big difference for our environment and future. All these points connect back to our overall message, raising awareness, promoting responsible energy use, and inspiring collective action for a sustainable future. Let's look at some recent developments regarding our tiger population. First, where was the tiger carcass found recently? It was discovered in Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh. This area is known for its rich tiger habitat and conservation efforts. Moving on, what is the primary cause of most tiger deaths this year according to forest officials? Interestingly, the main cause has been identified as natural causes. This suggests that, while threats like poaching are still concerns, many deaths are part of the natural life cycle. Now, an important point to note is that the rise in tiger deaths actually reflects an increase in the tiger population. Essentially, as the number of tigers grows, we naturally see more mortality, which is a sign of a thriving population rather than a decline. Switching gears a bit, let's talk about household items. According to the report, most households now own a mobile phone. This highlights how widespread mobile technology has become, reaching even rural and remote areas. Finally, the headline, only a few households now don't own a mobile, really underscores this trend. It indicates near-universal mobile phone ownership, showing how integral these devices have become in our daily lives. Connecting all these points, we see a picture of a dynamic environment, both in terms of wildlife and human technology, reflecting ongoing changes and growth in our society and ecosystems. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key trends we've observed. First, which group saw mobile phones become effectively universal? The answer is the bottom 40% households. This highlights how mobile phones have become an essential part of everyday life, even among those with the most limited resources. It's a clear sign of how technology penetrates all socioeconomic levels. Next, we see that the refrigerator is described as now a kitchen staple. This underscores how certain appliances have transitioned from luxury items to basic necessities, reflecting improved living standards and the importance of food preservation in modern households. Interestingly, refrigerator ownership has increased most among the bottom 40% households. This shows that essential appliances are reaching broader segments of the population, further indicating economic development and changing consumption patterns. Moving on, let's talk about TV sales. The trend shows that TV sales initially zoomed, likely due to rapid technological advances and consumer demand, but then growth leveled off and went flat. This suggests we've reached a saturation point in traditional TV ownership. Finally, what replaced TVs as the must-have device in many homes? The answer is mobile phones. As mobile technology advanced, phones have become the primary device for communication, entertainment, and information access, effectively taking over the role once dominated by televisions. All these points tie back to our overall theme. As economies develop and technology becomes more accessible, the way people prioritize and adopt new devices changes dramatically. Let's take a closer look at some of the reasons behind the recent rise in tiger mortality figures. One of the major reasons cited is the growing tiger population itself. As their numbers increase, it naturally leads to more interactions with human activities, which can unfortunately result in higher mortality rates. Another important safety issue highlighted is electrocution from power lines. This is a significant cause of tiger deaths in certain areas, emphasizing the need for better infrastructure safety measures to protect these majestic animals. Moving on to a different but equally critical issue, child welfare. Over the past 3 years, about 2,000 minors in Bengaluru and surrounding areas have been forced into wedlock. This is a stark reminder of the ongoing problem of forced child marriages, which continues to persist primarily in Bengaluru, according to the report. These issues, whether concerning wildlife or human rights, underscore the importance of targeted interventions and awareness. They connect to our overall theme of understanding the challenges faced by both wildlife conservation efforts and societal well-being. So, moving on to the next question, we see that child marriage is often viewed by families as a way to reduce their financial burden. Essentially, some families see marrying off their children early as a means to lessen their economic pressure, which is a troubling reason behind this practice. Next, we look at the data from Karnataka, where 2024 marked the year with the highest number of complaints related to child marriage. This indicates a worrying trend and highlights the need for focused intervention during that period. Now, when we consider who is most affected by child marriage, the answer is girls from poor and informal sector families. These girls are especially vulnerable because they often lack access to education and resources, making them easy targets for such practices. Turning to the role of the police, it's crucial that they actively work to prevent these marriages. Their responsibilities include registering complaints promptly and, importantly, stopping marriages before they even happen. This proactive approach can save many girls from entering into early marriages. Finally, a concerning warning from medical professionals about a new trend. The viral report warned against a specific hack called the age reversal or gravity aging hack. Doctors emphasize that these so-called hacks are risky and can have serious health implications. Overall, these points connect back to our broader theme of protecting children and addressing the root causes of child marriage, including societal pressures and misinformation. Let's take a closer look at some key findings from the study. First, when it comes to sudden deaths in young adults, the leading cause identified is heart disease. This highlights how critical cardiovascular health is, even among those who seem healthy otherwise. The study was conducted by AIIMS, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, which is a reputable institution known for its extensive medical research. The focus was on the age group from 18 to 45 years, which is quite significant because it covers the prime years of young adulthood, years when we generally assume people are at their healthiest. Surprisingly, about 8.1% of all autopsies performed involved cases of sudden death, showing that while not extremely common, these events are still a serious concern. Most of these sudden death cases, around 57%, were among young adults, emphasizing that this isn't just an issue for older populations, but also a significant concern for those in their early to mid-adulthood. The average age of those who experienced sudden death was approximately 33.6 years, which underscores how these tragic events can happen relatively early in life. Overall, these points serve as a stark reminder of the importance of cardiovascular health and early detection, especially in younger populations, to prevent such devastating outcomes. Now, let's look at some additional insights from our study. First, an important question was, what percentage of deaths remained unexplained even after a normal autopsy? The answer is 21.3%. This highlights that, despite thorough examinations, a significant portion of sudden deaths can still be mysterious, underscoring the need for better detection methods. Next, we examined lifestyle habits among young adults who experienced sudden death. We found that smoking was a common habit in this group. In fact, 57% of these young victims were smokers, which strongly suggests that smoking could be a contributing risk factor. Interestingly, we also looked into the role of COVID-19. Our data showed that COVID-19 infection was not a significant factor in these sudden deaths. So, while COVID-19 has impacted many health aspects, it doesn't appear to be directly linked to sudden death in this context. Most of these sudden deaths occurred at home or during travel, places where immediate medical help might not be readily available. This emphasizes the importance of early detection and regular health screening. Catching potential issues before they become critical can be life-saving, especially in preventing silent, unpredictable deaths. In conclusion, the key takeaway is that early detection and routine health checks are vital. They can help us identify hidden risks and potentially prevent these tragic, silent deaths from occurring. Thank you.